I think I told you earlier that what we talked about last week, and we'll talk about again this week, is maybe my favorite story of the semester. I love the intensity of it. In your essays, you really did get into the intensity of it. Um, because what we have here is the question of the ages, the question for all of us. The question is it a dream or is it real? Well, you know, that's really the question of who we are as human beings. It's a question of our own system of beliefs. Um, how do we really believe our own beliefs, or do we follow them because we were taught to follow them, or do we not even follow them? Do we not even believe them? Okay. And that's the question that Goodman Brown is going through in this story. Um, that's why I love the intensity of it, because it really is kind of like the question that encapsulates everything that we are as human beings. Because if in fact our ultimate goal is to spend eternity with our creator, then then that's what Goodman Brown is trying to figure out. Because if he really did experience this, what's in the story, then all of these people that were so important to him, all of these people that helped make Goodman Brown, and we talk about his catechism teacher in the story. Hawthorne gives us his catechism teacher. He gives us his minister and his deacon. He even gives us his grandfather and his father and then his mother. Okay, so all of these people that were so important to him in this story are taking part in a witch's Sabbath, a devil worship. Um, and so, if in fact the goal is to spend eternity with your creator, then what's all of this about in this taking part in things with the devil? But of course, that's human. We all fall. Goodman Brown's great fault wasn't that he fell, and he did because he went. So, I mean, whether there actually was a witch's Sabbath, or whether he only met this character in the forest and sat down on a rock and fell asleep and woke up later after a dream, doesn't matter. He went because he didn't really believe and he wanted to find out more. Okay? So he was doubting his faith from the beginning. That's what this story's all about. So, anyway, why do I tell you all this? I wanted to show you this because one of my students made this for me 2 years ago. And you can see it's got the very question in here that we were discussing in our essays. Has Goodman Brown fallen asleep in the forest? What's it say? And only dreamed a wild dream of a witch meeting. Be it so, if you will, but alas, it was a dream of evil omen for young Goodman Brown. A stern, a sad, a dreary, meditative, distrustful, if not desperate man did he become from the night of that fearful dream. Okay, so as I say, I wanted to show you this because one of my students made it for me, and you can see the trees in the forest and the darkness and the flame down below. So it's pretty cool, And obviously, it's it was something that, as I say, I think is kind of so central to everything we try to do. Okay, so Okay, so we're going to talk about Goodman Brown again this week, but we're going to talk about it from a completely different angle. That story is filled with symbols, things that can mean more than one thing. Okay, it is filled with um, signs, something that stands for. So let me give you some examples. Um, this is that you can forget my granddaughters here. This is a picture of the Iwo Jima Memorial. Okay, and there's an American flag flying at the top of it. Now, ultimately, this is in Washington D.C. Um, and That's my bride with me, my bride of 53 years, and I. Right after I ran the Marine Corps Marathon, and it finishes at the Iwo Jima Memorial, so it's pretty cool. Um, and this stands for America's quest. I mean, that was an unbelievable battle at Iwo Jima that Americans fought, a battle that in large part nobody thought they could win, but they won, and they planted the American flag there. And so this monument stands for the American quest for freedom. Is that monument the American quest? No, it's a monument that stands for. It is a symbol of, okay? The American flag, you know, is the American flag America? No, but it is a sign of, it is a symbol of America. And so the 13 original colonies, the white stars, the white stripes, and the 50 states on a field of blue, the 50 stars on a field of blue, that stands for America, United States of America. Okay, but it's not. It's only a symbol of, but it's not America. I don't have a crucifix in here, but in my office, I have this picture. Okay, now is this Christ? No, this is only a symbol of, a reminder of, a picture of Christ. Okay, so this stands for Christ and I guess his role in my life. Okay. We all know that when we see a white helmet with a red buffalo on, that stands for the Buffalo Bills. Is that the Buffalo Bills? Goodness no, that's not the Buffalo Bills, but that stands for the Buffalo Bills. Okay, um, so it is a symbol of. And the golden arches. I mean, when I say the word golden arches, what do you think of? You think of Mickey D's, right? Is that Mickey D? Are the golden arches Mickey D? No, but they symbolize, they stand for, they remind us of Mickey D. McDonald's. Okay, here, this picture. Okay, this is a picture of my wife. Okay, now, is this my wife? No, it's only a picture of or a symbol of my wife. Okay, so symbols are things that stand for. Okay, and in this story by Nathaniel Hawthorne, Hawthorne always uses a lot of symbols, and in this story he uses a ton of them. Okay, I'm just going to throw out some hints for you because your assignment this week is going to be um, to find a bunch of symbols and explain them. Okay, um, now think about Goodman Brown's wife's name. I won't say more than that. Okay. Think about the fact that the color pink is a mixture of red and white. We use red to symbolize sensuality and evil. We see the devil pictured as either red or black. Okay. And then we use white as a symbol of goodness. And what's pink? Pink is a mixture of red and white. Okay, That's what the color pink is. It's a mixture of red and white. Okay, so think about that. Think about stories that you've read that take place in a forest at night. Okay, think about that. Maybe as a symbol. Maybe as a symbol. Um, Serpents. Okay, snakes. You know, think about that. Flames, fires. Okay, that's some quick examples. There are lots and lots and lots of examples here. Um, think about the idea of evil dreams. Okay, um, this story is just filled with symbols. Okay, um, think about what a parish priest or minister symbolizes normally, and a parish deacon, and think about maybe what a woman who is a catechism teacher symbolizes to you. Okay, um, and think about maybe what your mother or your grandfather symbolizes to you. Okay, other examples. There are so many in here. The sound of the wind rushing through the trees in a spooky forest. What does that symbolize to you? Okay, so Hawthorne fills his story with symbols. And again, I am just, recalling some very quickly for you, to kind of plant the seed to get you to look deeper. Because when you start to look at symbols in works and you look at what these symbols what else they might mean besides what they actually are in the story, um, then you're getting a little bit deeper into what stories can mean for you. And so you should be, by doing this, you should be not making, what do I want to say? Not making a task out of it, but rather giving you the opportunity to enjoy it more because it can have a deeper level of meaning for you. Okay, so give thought to symbols. Um, a quick statement of faith. This one night, above all others, please stay here with me. Think about that as a symbol. So, I've thrown out maybe, I don't know, 10 or 12 symbols for you. That should get you started in being able to write the essay. Okay. Now, as a question for this week, let me ask you this. Hawthorne in this story is attacking the hypocrisy of the Puritan culture. They set themselves up as being better than anybody else. Okay, they, we were taught they came here for religious freedom, and that's a little bending of the truth. They came here for the freedom to practice their religion. But if you didn't practice their religion, they would throw you out. Okay? So, hypocrisy is really, the hypocrisy of the puritanical culture is really kind of getting to the theme of what Hawthorne is all about in here. Okay? And we talked about theme a few weeks ago. Okay, so tell me in no more than 2 sentences whether you think Goodman Brown is a hypocrite, and if so, why? If not, why not? No more than 2 sentences. So send me that for your video question this week, okay? questions, you know where to get me, and the essay will be posted for you, so you know how to do that. Um, Somebody in the class has COVID, please say a prayer for them, okay? Because one of our classmates has COVID, and that's nasty, nasty stuff. Because when people, I've heard of 2 cases in the last week where people seem to have gone this way with it, gone kind of up. They thought they were getting over it, and then they had strokes. Now, hopefully that kind of thing doesn't happen, but please say a prayer for a classmate who has COVID now, okay? Have a good week, and we'll see you soon.